After finishing the pilot episodes, we now take our first step into the world of My Little Pony. Let's talk about the Ticketmaster. Likes. Number 1. Spike. I really like the role that Spike plays in this episode. Spike is at his best when he serves as an advisor for Twilight. His job description is literally Twilight's assistant, and it's good when he assists, usually being the voice of reason for when Twilight starts losing control of his situation. Spike does the same sort of thing in Winter Wrap-Up, and even in Equestria Girls a bit, and these are also the only times where I actually kinda like Spike as a character. Number 2. Facial expressions. Twilight has a lot of fun facial expressions throughout the episode, ranging from confused, angry, annoyed, etc., etc. And it's in this episode where Rarity starts her incredible record of having the best and funniest quizzical expressions in the show. Number 3. Structure. A lot of people seem to not like this sort of staged format where the show goes from one of the main six to the next, putting them each in some situation, and then loops back with a different situation. In this case, the episode goes through with each of the main six first finding out about the ticket, and then each of them pulling off special favors to try to get the ticket. I like this sort of format because it's sort of a test for characters. You say, this character is in this situation, how would their personality react? I like seeing how different characters would handle being put into a situation compared to other characters, and especially this early on in the show, it helps solidify the characters' personalities more. Number 4. Continuity. This episode starts off with a story arc that will be finished in the season finale, and that's cool, but that's not what I'm talking about today. The kind of continuity I'm talking about is what I like to call character continuity, where a character shows signs of changing over time or retaining things they've learned in past episodes. Twilight has a lot of this in this episode. Here we get a sort of sneak peek at how Twilight acts when things start getting out of hand. She isn't causing any riots or trying to stop time just yet, but we can see that Twilight takes a fall from her usual cold and logical standing when things start becoming a problem. And something else that I really like is how Twilight messes up a teleport spell. It shows that Twilight gradually improves her magic, but at the start she still has problems with spontaneous magic, which Twilight has a history of. So in the very first episode, Twilight teleports herself and Spike a small distance but leaves Spike burnt, and she didn't even mean to cast the spell in the first place. But much later in the show, she teleports herself, Rarity, Rainbow Dash, and Spike over several hundred miles, and they all come out unscathed. It shows that Twilight is continuing to practice and improve her magic. Dislikes. Number 1. Benny Hill chase scenes are not funny. That is a true science fact. Number 2. Rarity. Rarity acts so grossly and horrendously out of character in this episode that I almost gag every time I watch it. What is her reason for wanting to attend the gala? She wants to meet her true love. Ugh. Watch that segment again and ask yourself, is that something that the Rarity we know now after 3 seasons would say? No, it isn't. What gives? Rarity is supposed to be all above these stupid gender stereotypes, but here she is wallowing in the middle of them. Rarity is supposed to be hardworking and independent, a strong, beautiful mare who don't need no colt. Although in a few episodes she does slap 3 of the Wonderbolts in the face, so we have that. Verdict. I give this episode a like. As it takes its first step out into the world, the episode sort of feels like it's stumbling a bit with the characters and isn't entirely sure where they should go. Sometimes it stumbles and falls into the mud, like with Rarity, but other times it lands perfectly on a golden landmine of continuity awesomeness, like with Twilight and Spike. Thanks for watching.